Alrighty guys, I'm just going today. So it's been a little while, I guess, since I've uploaded the video. I've still been on YouTube watching other people's videos. There ain't been nothing to make videos about. So I just didn't bother uploading anything. So we've had some snow. We've had a couple of mini snowstorms coming through here. There's actually been enough snow here to shovel. I just didn't fucking bother. So I didn't bother. It's getting a little hard now, though. I think I could still move it pretty easy. And of course, it's snowing again. It's been doing that all fucking day. So, but yeah. So, anyways, I got a few things to show you. Nothing special, of course. And I had one thing coming by the mail. Apparently it was supposed to show up today, but it never did, so I don't know what the hell was up with that. So, I'm going to have to look into that later. If it didn't come today, it'll probably come Monday. I mean, it's free shipping within the United States. But usually, the dealer I order this from, their shipping's usually pretty good. You usually get it within like 4 or 5 days. Which is about the same for Northern Tool. And no, I did not order it from Northern Tool. So, but anyways, I got a couple things to show you, or a few things to show you, and I got a couple stories I want to tell you guys. I'm going to tell you guys the stories first, to get the boring shit out of the way, even though it's all going to be kind of boring. I'm going to post a video. If I remember to post a video within this video, I'll just overlay it or whatever, you guys can watch it. I'm going to actually try to cut it down so it's a little bit quicker for you. Of course, it's all over the news on Facebook and, you know, that kind of shit. Well, anyways, there was this family in a white, I think it was a white Blazer looking kind of van, looking kind of thing. They were cruising down the interstate. This was about 2 hours south from here. It was actually on the very same road that I took when I went to go look at the 1586 when I was going to buy it, or when I was buying it, when I was going there to buy it. So, or test drive it actually. Except it was on the northbound lanes, I believe. Of course, we were on the southbound lanes going down there. This happened a couple days ago, or a few days ago. This family in the white van, they were just doing their thing. They were on. It's a double lane, but those 2 lanes go south or north, and then you got another set that goes south, you know, so however you want to look at it, you know, it's not like it's not like the roads around here where you just got one lane that goes one way and another lane that goes the other way, and they're both together. 2 lanes goes north and the other 2 go south. So, well, anyways, the van was in the left lane. I don't know if that's, I think that's the passing lane. The left one. I can't remember. I don't know if that's the fast lane, or I think it is the passing lane as well, but I thought they also called that the fast lane for faster vehicles. They could take that road, and then the semis would stay to the right. Well, the family was in the left lane, obviously because they're going faster than the semi-trucks. Even though the semi-trucks are going 75, they're literally probably going like 65, you know, because they got the bigger tires, so they go a little slower than an ordinary car would. So, what ended up happening is that the Blazer was passing. Now, this was caught on dash cam by another trucker. This Blazer was passing the trucker that had the dash cam. There was another trucker in front of him. He was a tanker. And I don't know what the hell. He was kind of swerving just a little bit. You can kind of see that. I think he went over the white line once or twice. And then the white Blazer they were still in the left lane. And they were going, you know, to pass that tanker. And for some reason, the tanker did not bother to check his fucking mirror. Ran the car right off, just pushed the car right off the fucking road. The family had no choice but to go in the fucking ditch. Luckily, there wasn't a lot of snow there. I don't think that they did any damage to the Blazer. If they did, it probably would have just, you know, if they had skid plates, they'd be alright. So I don't know what damage got caused to the Blazer, if any at all. But the trucker, and of course in the dash cam, I think he was slowing down to go check on the car. Like I said, the video clip will be in there if I remember to post it. I did download it to my computer, so I'll be able to throw it in while I'm editing this together. It's just, it's just, first of all, thank God that trucker had the dash cam footage. I don't know if that trucker knew that, and that's the reason why he stopped. Maybe he wanted to tell that family that, hey, I got it on video, whatever. So I really like the fact. Now the trucker's doing it, of course, for his protection, of course, as well. But it comes in handy for other people. But if you're willing to be nice enough to stop and tell that family, hey, I got it on video, what happened? If you need to take it to the cops, you can. So if he did that, I don't know. They didn't explain that part. So. But it just pisses me off. You see it more and more all the time on the news. People being run off the road. Road rage, pretty much. That's what I see, is road rage. But I don't know if this was road rage or if this guy was just doing it because he didn't check his mirror. But he didn't even bother to stop. He just kept on going. And that's kind of what pissed me off, It's like, you're going to cut somebody off, but you ain't going to stop and man up to your mistake. And truckers always wonder why they get a bad reputation. Well, think about it. You do not own the highways. You don't own the goddamn roads. You have to have respect for other vehicles that are smaller than you and that are also traveling on that same road. I don't know what. If there was another trucker in front of him that was driving slower than him, he should have slowed down, for one thing, and checked his left mirror, his driver mirror, to see if there's another vehicle coming. That's why man invented side mirrors on vehicles. All these vehicles you see sitting here all have side mirrors on them. That's why man invented them, because you can't see shit on the side of you. Those are basically your blind spots. Well, with the mirrors, it pretty much well eliminates that, So, and truckers have them too. I think it's actually illegal to not have them. If you don't have them, then you can't drive your vehicle. It's illegal, and so it's just unreal, So that happened a couple days ago, and then today, on the way home from grocery shopping, we damn near got into an accident with a semi. Not our fault, of course. We take the interstate; it's just faster, so. We were coming on that. We were getting ready to go up onto the bridge. You got to go over the overpass before you can turn onto the interstate. Well, these two truckers were coming over. They were heading to town, where we just come from, grocery shopping, and there was one at the stop sign. Okay, so the one trucker passes. But the guy at the stop sign decided just to be a big-ass fucking dick and just pull out in front of the other semi-truck, which was a green Peterbilt, like a bright green, lime green, whatever color. And the freaking guy in the green semi sitting here, he's got his brakes locked up and everything. He's laying on the fucking horn. It's like, do you not... That trucker that pulled out in front of this guy... Should have seen him coming, because as soon as that trucker come over the bridge, the first one that passed, that green one was right behind him. I could see when that trucker came over. I could already see the green one already coming over the top, and he had on some pretty big exhaust pipes too. So you can see chrome stacks coming. You'll see that before you even see the cab coming. But then, of course, quickly after, you'll see the cab come, too. You'll start seeing the green truck come over the damn hill. You do realize that you're supposed to stop and make sure nobody's coming. But I think what happens is this guy never even bothered to look. He probably seen that one, the first one already coming over. He was already kind of like over it already. So he figured, okay, well, I'll go. I'll wait for him to pass, and then I'll go. Not realizing there's a green monster coming, to your left. Well, fucking dumbass. Like, that green semi, I don't know if he was loaded or empty, but if he's loaded, depending on what kind of loads he's got, he's probably pulling 80,000 pounds, you know, and going downhill, possibly ice on there yet, and an 80,000 pound rig is not going to stop very well on ice going downhill. That's a disaster waiting to fucking happen. Like I said, I don't think the semi truck, the green one, locked up his brakes, you know, until the point that he was skidding. Because if he was skidding, I think his trailer would have kicked out. But I think he was just kind of like, he wasn't even Jake braking. Jake braking's pointless when you're when you're doing that. You might as well just lock your fucking tires up. That's the only thing that's going to help you at that point. So, but yeah, he fucking just lays on the fucking horn. The guy in the green semi. It's like, now you guys wonder why I want to put CB radios on everything. Now I don't know if my grandma would be okay with me putting a CB radio in her car. Maybe a small one. But if not, I think I might invest in a handheld, because at least I don't need to talk out 15 miles with a handheld. You can't anyway. You're lucky if a quarter of a mile to a mile. But it would have been more than good enough to give that guy some fucking choice words. You know, because you got 3 semis. Well, basically the first one already passed. You really can't do anything with him. But those 2 semis, if they were to hit each other, you know, they both would slam into us. And we're just a tiny little car. You know, it's like, that Pontiac's not going to stop those 2 80,000 pound rigs on a dime. It's just not going to happen. They're going to push us right into the ditch. It's like, geez, you can't even fucking travel anymore. And you got some dick fucking, you know, driving around, not giving a shit who the fuck's coming around the corners. And I knew that son of a bitch seen him too, because you could not miss a green semi-truck. And then the guy in the truck that pulled out didn't even bother to, like, do an emergency pullover to get, you know, like, into the breakdown lane. You know, he just stayed in his lane. What he should have done is he should have gotten over to the pullover lane as fast as he possibly could, so then the guy behind him wouldn't slam into him. It's like, god damn, you're stupid. And that green semi-truck, you can tell that she's been rebuilt at one time, because she had a shiny front end and freshly nice paint job done to it. I mean, they sunk some damn good money into that truck, and to have it destroyed, I mean, yeah, they got insurance, but you put a lot of money and time into it. You know, yeah, I don't think they would be very happy, you know, putting $1 million into a rig, and then it gets destroyed. You know, I don't know how long they've had that green Peterbilt, but it's just really, truckers are just not giving a shit. It's like, and you wonder why everyone yells at you. You know, it's like they're not hiring professional drivers. They're just basically handing out the fucking license to whoever wants to drive a rig. And that has got to stop. I understand you like being in a big truck. I understand you like crossing the country, looking at all the beautiful land and cities and whatever it is that truckers like to do when they're driving, besides driving. But you have to remember, you're not the only one on the road. And you have to have respect for other cars. Now, other cars have to have respect for 18-wheelers too, but the truckers need to really pay attention, especially for the ones that cut out in front of other trucks. That's the worst thing you could fucking ever do to anybody. Because, you know, like I said, you got 80,000 pounds slamming into another 80,000 pound rig. So, times that too. And you got that going into a little 5,000 pound Pontiac, you know, yeah. Yeah, we're going to be crushed. Probably not going to survive it. You know. It's like, really. I just don't know what people think. Look at that silver pickup again. Looks like the Holland sheetrock. Bring some over to my place. I could use some fresh sheetrock. So yeah, I just can't believe it, you know. That's the second time now that bullshit like that has happened. And this happened very close to home. You know, and we don't have a dash cam. I probably could get a cheap one and stick it in there for my grandma. She probably wouldn't care, as long as it's not in the way of her viewing, you know, so she can see the road. I probably would get a small one and stick it up behind the mirror so that it wouldn't be in the way. Because this is just bullshit, you know. It's like, you got people cutting out in front of you. So, you know, I don't know. Truckers are just getting to be ridiculous. They need to hire professionals, you know. And you got all these young guys that are wanting to be truckers. Well, maybe you ought to learn your skills from an old-timer instead of learning it out of fucking driving course. Yeah, they'll tell you what to do, but they don't teach you quite everything. You know, you gotta get your experience from someone that's been on the road for fucking 50-something years. You know, get some experience under your belt from other experienced drivers. You know, go ride with somebody for a while. If you got a buddy that trucks, go ride with him for a couple of months or something, you know. Learn something off of him. It's ridiculous. So, and I just found out not too long ago that there is a gun store not too far from here. It's literally a couple of miles, so I don't know what they sell. Apparently a little bit of everything, but damn, that's a pretty small place. I found it on Google, but... So, because I've been thinking about getting a gun license and getting a gun, because, yeah. My grandma's like, why do you need a gun? It's like, well, do you not see the fucking bullshit that's going on in this country? It's like, yeah, you need to protect yourself. Especially when you live this fucking far up north. It's like, yeah, you better be having a tank sitting by, you know? Freaking ridiculous. So... Anyways, enough ranting on about that, because that's bullshit, but I'm going to, this is probably going to sound stupid, but I'm going to do it this spring. I'm going to pull those posts out of my yard, those fence posts I got in the ground. Just because, as of recently, the last month or two, there's been some new guys coming around, but they don't even bother to slow down here anymore, so I don't know what they're doing there, but... Because usually they slow down because their GPS is telling them to turn here. Well, don't be going by your damn GPS. Once you get into this town, you don't need it. Trust me, you ain't gonna need it. And there are signs up too. So I think I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna take those posts out and see if I get any more bullshit from the truckers. And if they act up, I'm going to obviously I'm gonna put them back in the ground, but it'll probably be a while yet before I take them out. Obviously, because it's still frozen out. Well, the reflective tape is coming off, and I don't really feel all that safe with that, because I know if someone was to hit them, they're going to come after me, even though I got reflective tape on them, but some people are stupid, I guess. So I went and bought some, these are not ideal, but they're going to work. Okay, these are like, you get 4 of them for about, how will I pay for these, like $6? It's not ideal, but they'll grab your attention. And if you still hit them after that, then you're just doing it because you're an ass. So, I'm going to put you guys down for a second. Right there. I bought these things. Now, these are not like your ordinary traffic cones, obviously. Because I was looking at ordinary traffic cones, and they're, even on Northern 2, they're expensive. And they're kind of too big. So I bought these things. Now these are for, these are 9 inches high. My hands are already freezing, by the way. These are obviously like for people that play, I suppose, like soccer or something. You see these at schools, right? But the ones I've seen at school were actually full. They're like the whole thing. They didn't have these notches in them like they do, like these do. Which is fine, I ain't gonna hurt it, but I'm going to put a couple of these on the posts. I'm going to put one on the far south one and then one on the far north. You guys are going to say, well, how are you going to make them stay on there? Well, if you look, I got little holes here. So I'm just going to tie them to the post with some metal wire. I got plenty of metal wire to go around. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to run a piece of wire through it, and then I'll tie it to the post. I'll get it really nice and tight. Plus these are really light, so the wind can go through them. So the wind really can't go like underneath them and rip them off. So I think these are going to be alright. I just never felt comfortable enough with just markers or reflective tape. I just didn't think it. And plus it's peeling off now because it's not ideal for that kind of stuff. These are probably not, I mean, they're not reflective obviously, but you're still going to notice a bright orange color even at night. And it says all sport flexi-pones. So apparently you can fuck these up pretty good and they're going to survive. So that's what I'm going to do. When we get a nice day, probably tomorrow or something, I don't know. No, technically we're not going to have any good days for quite a while now, but made in the USA. I'll probably do it tomorrow. I couldn't do it. I just bought these things today, but I didn't feel like doing it today because I was too worn out. So they had some other ones. They were a little bit of a darker orange, but they weren't very strong. They felt more weaker than these. Now mind you, these will fade. They'll probably fade in a couple of years. But I'm going to take the post out anyway. That comes spring, and then I'm going to try to go see how long it takes for someone decides to turn down that road and fuck up my lawn again. And if they do, then I'll definitely will be leaving them in. But I'm going to be putting these back on. And it's nice because you get, what do you get? You get four for $6. So I bought, a 4-pack. So, I mean, I was going to buy one at Northern Tool, or you can get a reflective one for like $12 or whatever. It has like reflective tape on the top, but I figured, it's not hollow like this. It doesn't have these slots. So I figured that the wind would probably take them off and ruin them. The wind would actually rip them off. And I didn't know if they had holes in them or not. I think they did, but they would be a lot more heavier too. So I figured these would be good enough. Probably going to look stupid, I know, but you know what? I'm doing what I can to cover my ass because people around here just don't give a shit about nothing. So, it's just a peace of mind for me to know that if they hit them, they can't really do much because I put up plenty of warning signs that they were there. I got reflective tape, and I got cones. So, there's not much you can do about it, I'll tip you guys a little bit more. And I picked up another thing. The plumber guy told me to do this quite a while ago. I just haven't done it. Our bathtub likes to, the whole thing is pretty much shot, the whole shower and everything, but he was saying to caulk up some of the areas where he thought that the water would get through, and we actually are getting some water damage. Where, I don't know. Like, it's coming outside the wall, or down on the floor. You got the floor, and you got the wall. Somehow it's leaking through there, but it's also going up the wall, and it's actually peeling the tile away. So I bought a tube of this shit, caulking, sealant, whatever you want to call it, silicone. This is the clear stuff. For indoor, outdoor use, flexible, 100% waterproof, which is what we need. Window and door, it'll work for as long as it's waterproof, it'll work for everything else. This is just going to be for the bathroom. Probably should do the windows too. The windows, my bedroom windows could use all the windows in the house could be caulked. That's the problem. So I bought this clear stuff. I'm going to try it out. I'm going to do it on the shower first. I didn't have one of these fancy tools. One of these things, what do they call these things? A caulking gun, whatever. Whatever. This is just a cheapy cheesy thing. I think my uncle's got one of these too, but I don't like bothering him for stuff. So it took me a little bit to figure out how to work this stupid thing because I've never used one of these things before. So That will just, you just pull the rod back. If you guys are into that kind of stuff, you'll know what I'm talking about. Put that in there, and then you just snip the tip to whatever size you need it to flow out at, and you just keep squeezing the freaking trigger until you run out. So this wasn't very much. This was like, I think this was $4.99 and this was $3.99. So, and then I picked up another flashlight. I didn't bring it out here. It's just, it's not very bright. Well, it's a little bit brighter than the one I got in my pocket. I think I got it in my pocket. Yeah. So I got this thing I bought online a little while ago. It's got a high, low, and then a red flashy light thing. I bought another one like this, but it's actually a flashlight and a work light. But it's too big to carry, so I bought this little thing. This is 250 lumens. But I bought this, so obviously I can stick it in my pocket and go with it. So, especially, I mostly carry this during the night. I don't really carry it too much during the day, because I don't need it during the day, but you never know. So I always kind of try to, I'm always picking up new stuff to carry with me. Started off with a rescue knife, and now I got a flashlight. And then I'm also carrying, forgot to, I actually didn't even put it in my pants now before I left, but I keep a little book with me I can write stuff on, and I keep a pen with me. So if I need to write down, say, a phone number or a part number, and I'm far from home and I can't write down anything else, I have paper with me. So I'm pretty much all at desk. I keep going, yeah, well, actually, technically, yeah, because the hell do I do with it? Oh, well, actually, I got it right there. My phone, that's my computer. Oh, I got something else here in my pocket, too. So I got my computer, I got my printer, you know, the little book with the pen. I got a flashlight, you know, a light, and then a warning light as well. And it's also got a magnetic base on it. I didn't show you that. And then I got my rescue knife for when I need to break glass or defend myself, whatever, you know. And I also picked up this. I forgot about this little thing. I picked up this little, what do they call this? Putty knife. It's actually got a very sharp tip on it, though. And this is going to be used, I guess, for whatever I need to use it for. Like removing grease off the tractor, because the 1586 has got plenty of grease on it, and oil. And of course, you can use this to mix stuff too. They had about 3 different sizes. Allway, I guess it's called. That's the brand of it. I don't know. And I just picked me up one of those. I'll probably stay back here in the shop because I ain't gonna really, not gonna really need it in the house. But whatever. So, yeah. So I picked up that, and then this, and then the cones, and whatever else. So yeah, I didn't pick up too much. Like I said, I do have one thing coming in the mail, but that didn't get here today, and I didn't really exactly plan on making a video on it anyway, because it's just, you guys have seen it before, so figure out, you know what, let's have a game with that. You guys figure out what I bought online. If you want to guess, you can only guess one time. Guess what I bought online. It was cheap. It was under, let's put it this way, it was under $100, but it was over $20. So there's your price range. You can figure out what I bought. And it's going to be used, and it's small. It's made out of aluminum, and I bought from them before. So that's all you're going to get for hints. So if you want to guess what I bought, have at her. If you only get one chance to guess, whatever else. So yeah, so that's basically all I bought. I just want to tell you guys that little story as well, and whatever else there was. So that's all that. That's basically all I did. So, and I guess somebody recognized me over there where my bank's at. We stopped at the hardware. I didn't have to go in because I wasn't going to get nothing. I could have bought this stuff there, but I don't know. I don't know what it costs there. I never looked. So probably about the same, I'm sure. But I was just sitting in the car waiting for my grandma to walk out. She went in there to grab a couple things, and a couple of these young kids or whatever, I don't actually know who the hell they are, but they apparently know me. I guess they're YouTube. So they waved at me a couple times. I guess they thought maybe the first time I didn't see them, so they did it again the second time when they were walking up to the door. I was like, yeah, I seen you the first time. So I don't know who they were. They were a couple of young men, boys, whatever. Well, they weren't boys because they were definitely old enough to drive. So men, I guess you could call them. I don't know, whatever. So I guess they knew me. They had a big smile on their face and they waved at me. That one did anyway. So whoever you were, hi. I don't know who you were, but whatever. So I guess YouTube fans, I guess. I don't know. I don't ask me. So, but yeah, anyways, guys, I'm going to take off. Just wanted to give you guys that little bit of a story. You guys will probably see this video tomorrow. So if you're wondering why I didn't upload a video for however long it's been, I think it's been about a week. Well, that's why. 1, too cold. 2, nothing going on. You know, there's no point. So I've just been... And plus, I kind of wanted to take a little break from YouTube as well. I didn't feel like editing. I wanted to break from editing. So, and making videos. Just wanted to take a little break. So that's what I did. And that's probably the last video. The next video you'll probably see will probably be of the 1586, or well, it'll be either a cold start on the 1586, or it will be of that other item when I get it. It'll probably be here Monday, but if you guys didn't guess what it is, I'll make a quick video of it and you guys can see it then. But if you guys don't know what it is, well, if you guys didn't guess it right, I'll make a video of it. Anyways, guys, I'm taking off. I don't want to make this video too extremely long. It's already long enough, more than I would like it to be, but whatever. So I talk fast enough as it is. I don't need to talk any freaking faster. So, alright, guys, I'm going to take off. So I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy.